Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here, hi, my name is Natasha and it's fantastic to have you here. For today's video, we are going to be discussing the new moon in Sagittarius and then transitioning into a collective tarot reading. It is a general reading, so take what resonates and know that there's a message in here for you somewhere. So with that being said, let's take a look at the new moon in Sag. Sag is a fire sign. Sag is a fun sign, let me tell you. I enjoy my Sagittarius friends a lot. So, new moon is a new cycle, a new start, a new phase of the moon cycle. So, what that means is it is a brand new fresh start for you. So if you've had a bad month, if you've had a bad, bout of things, if things weren't working out for you, this is a fresh start. This is a time where you can kind of gather yourself up, figure out what didn't work, and now implement new goals and intentions. This is a fantastic time to do so. I know I say fantastic a lot, but it is a great time to do so because it is in the sign of Sagittarius. This is the sign of fun, adventure, exploration, having a good time, being open-minded, being passionate, being creative, all of these fun things. It's a fire sign. It is kind of an explosive sign. I really do enjoy the Sag energy. This is also great because this sign is ruled by the planet Jupiter. Jupiter is the planet of expansion, of luck, of abundance, of growth. It is the biggest planet in our known solar system. And so it is a wonderful planet to be ruled by. This is a perfect time for manifestation because of it. The luck is on your side card right here is perfect representation of that. This, since it is ruled by Jupiter, is a time where you can kind of pin your hat on success. If you are wanting to find more success and prosperity in your career, in your career field, in starting a new career business, or just in general, it's a great time to focus your intentions on that. Because if you take the inspired action, things will start manifesting for you in that way. So try your luck. If you do the work and you put in the effort, things should start working out for you. This is a good time to be in gratitude as well because Jupiter and Sagittarius is a very overall optimistic sign and planet. So counting your blessings and being in gratitude for the things that you have, for who you are right now, for where you have been and how far you have come, especially throughout the year. This is a great time to reflect on that, to be very introspective about that. This is a time where maybe we can look inward and start seeing all the things that we bring to the table, as well as maybe things that we need to explore a little bit more. So things that we haven't had an opportunity to focus on for our own selves. So, work and family comes first. What things have you been putting off that you haven't been able to do that make you happy, that are creative, that you're passionate about? Maybe this is the time to start setting intentions to explore that again, to bring back those hobbies that you once loved, or maybe start a new one that you think you might like. Start doing some more interesting recipes that are just for fun, not necessarily for a meal. Go out and explore your city, travel. All of those things are what Sagittarius loves. They love exploration and adventure. So if you've been lacking some adventure lately, what adventurous goals or intentions can you set? This is fun too to do. I don't know if you have done it, but I tend to write my intentions in like a little journal. And what I like to see when I go back to write my intentions for the next new moon is I see what my goals were. Did I meet them? Did I fall short? What came out of it? So it would be interesting. I would like to know if any of you have a journal that you set your intentions in specifically for that purpose. And if you don't, is that something that you're wanting to try? Because it's a great way to kind of keep track. And again, it's a great way to be optimistic and positive and be grateful about where you've been and how far you've come. It's an active checkpoint for you. This new moon would be great for that and a great time for manifestation. Again, take your action alongside of it, because we can ask the universe for everything all the time. But if we are not actively working behind the scenes or, actively trying to manifest what we want as well, the universe looks at that as not being serious, not taking it seriously. Oh, the focus on the positive. So this right here is all about being grateful. And again, with the planet of Jupiter being optimistic, when you focus on positive things and when you try to be in a positive mindset, that attracts more positive things your way. If you are constantly thinking about things that you don't want or the negative things, the universe is like, oh, you're thinking about that? That's what you want? Okay, I'm going to bring that to you. So just like with everything else, like attracts like, negative attracts negative. So that's kind of the basis in the law of attraction here. And so this is a time where focusing on the positive and being optimistic is going to be the most beneficial for you. If you're trying to start something or bring about success in a specific field or place in your life. And this is not to be confused for toxic positivity at all. What this means is that we can acknowledge that we all have bad days, that we all have negative thoughts. We can experience sadness, we can be mad, we can be angry, all of those things. But it's how we can turn that around and be okay with feeling the feelings and moving through that energy, because emotions are energy, right? So when you are allowing yourself to acknowledge the feeling and know that that's okay, that's how you felt right then and there, then you can move through it and then return to a positive state of mind. You have to kind of go through the dark in order to get to the light, right? That's kind of how the universe works. There's dark and there's light. And you kind of have to have a little bit of both in order to have that balance. Okay. So we are not talking about toxic positivity here. Okay. With that being said, I think I covered everything. But yeah, we are doing intentions and goal settings for this new moon, and we are going to try to have some fun, be a little bit more adventurous, and explore a lot more. So let's go ahead and get into the tarot reading. All right, so I have the Light Seers Tarot that we're going to be taking a look at first. Then we're going to efficiently go through the cards here because there's a lot that wanted to come out. So first up, the card that we're going to see first is going to be how to best utilize the energy of this new moon, and it is the Emperor. I love it already. Okay, so this is a fire sign here with Aries. Love that. And next we have the Sun. More fire. Okay, this is going to be the advice card. What to kind of do with the energy, move through it, etc. So with this Emperor card, the Emperor in general is a leader. They like to be in their authority and their sovereignty. They like their leadership. They like structure. They like planning. They like being in the role of analytical thinker. They are also very much a confident leader. This is about divine masculine energy here as well. So this is about, again, we're going to say it again, taking action. So what I'm getting here is the advice on how to use this energy is to kind of give it structure, because Sagittariuses, they are very much loving to fly by the seat of their pants. They are very much, I don't need a plan. I don't need, I can just be spontaneous. That's the word I'm looking for. So we have a lot of thoughts and ideas and things racing through our heads right now with intentions and goals, what we want out of this. The Emperor says, okay, let's put a structure to that. Let's maybe put a list going or put everything in a journal like we talked about earlier. Let's structure this energy. Yes, we may want to go sample all of the restaurants in the city, but we're going to make a plan. Maybe Friday night we try one restaurant. You know what I mean? Put a structure to the plan here. But when it comes to manifesting those intentions and what we want and our goals, it's talking about, okay, we need to put a plan to that. We need to have a plan in place that, yes, we want to be passionate about this, but we kind of have to harness it in. We got to give it structure, give it balance here. Being confident in ourselves is also this energy here. Do you see how like his body language is? It's not very, frigid and, structured. It's kind of laid back and cared free, very confident and relaxed, but like knows who he is. So that's kind of the embodiment that this energy wants to bring about too. Like you can have fun, you can be relaxed, but you got to know who you are too. You got to know that you lead your own life. So take control over, what you want, as well as your own self-care, your own needs, what you are expecting out of this as well. If that makes sense, hopefully it does. Aries' energy is kind of a little bit more on the sterner, harsher side, whereas Sagittarius fire energy is more carefree and fun and spontaneous. So think of it that way. You're going to have the best of both worlds with this. You got to kind of like rein that that want to kind of be spontaneous in a little bit. I think we all have that friend that just wants to get up and go and like, oh yeah, let's go here, let's do this. And then the other friend is like, no, I need to be home by like 9 o'clock. I got to put the kids in bed. It's kind of that energy. We got to kind of marry the two in harmony there. But also being confident in yourself and your talents and what you do, and being confident into going forth with what you want out of life and what you want out of your goals. So, if you need to ask for something out of somebody else, being confident in that, being in a leadership role in your household as well as at work too, being in that embodiment, if that makes sense. So let's talk about the advice on how to kind of get through this energy. We are talking about being positive. We are talking about staying positive. We are talking about gratitude, being in the mindset of positivity and joy, like we were talking about earlier. So I love how this is, kind of coming together here. This is being creative. This is being abundant, being grateful for the opportunities that we've been given, being grateful for how far we've come, being happy with who we are, just automatically, loving ourselves for who we are at this very moment and allowing ourselves to be happy, to focus on being happy in the next couple months. Winter is hard for a lot of people. Winter's coming up. So having the little light of yours inside and being like, I am a phenomenal person. I love myself. That helps you to keep warm too. So finding fulfillment in what you're manifesting and what you're doing, that's also great advice. Going for success, finding the success in the failures too. Humans, we fail. We have times where we fall and we get back up again. We fall and we get right back up again. There's success in failures because if we fail, we learn something from it. There's a teaching in everything that we do, right? We learn by doing. And a lot of times when we fail, we learn what not to do next time. So if you are having some struggles and things feel like they're kind of falling apart or you're struggling and, things aren't going the way that you want them to go, look at this. I know it's weird, in a weird way of being positive, looking at this as a time of what not to do next time. Focus on getting right back up again because you cannot fail if you keep trying, right? Like, hopefully this all makes sense. And this is not to, belittle anybody else's problems or, what your struggles or anything that you're going through. By no means. This is just giving you a little bit of positivity in what could be a difficult time. Don't focus on what you don't want. Focus on what you want to accomplish and what you want to do and who you want to be. All right, so we are going to plan. We're going to have structure. We're going to be confident. We are going to take action and we are going to focus on the positive, bask in your own wonderfulness, be in fulfillment and joy and create and be in a constant state of gratitude because again, like attracts like, so more positive things will be coming if we are focusing on the positive of the situations. Again, not to be confused with toxic positivity. So let's keep going. Let's take a look at the heavenly bodies. We've got Jupiter. Love it. So growth and expand. How are we going to grow and expand? right? How are we going to do that? Then we have fire. I love this. Confidence, optimism, passion, and bravery. Next, we've got House 11. So friends, like-minded groups, and humanitarian beliefs. Maybe these are things that we focus on a little bit more this phase, or things that we are going to put more adventurous spirit into. Next, we've got Mars. Ooh, we got that Aries going on. Moving forward and defend self. Again, all things that we've been talking about. And your last heavenly bodies, we've got mutable. And would you look at that? We've got Sagittarius. So surrender, fluidity, and welcoming change. This is a time that could be a changing time for you. Again, if you take the actions set forward for you. All right, next we've got the Queen of the Moon, and it is, I'm not even going to go in depth with this action. Love it. Then we got acceptance. So there might be some things that we've got to accept about ourselves, about our situations, and that is perfectly fine. We cannot change the things if we can't accept that we need to change them. Does that make sense? And then we got abundance. Focus on the abundance and what you want to manifest and what you already have, what you're already abundant with. Then we have pleasure. Again, explore what you want to experience and what's going to bring you joy and pleasure and fun. And your last Queen of the Moon, we've got release. So yeah, what are the things that didn't work for you the last time, last phase, or the last set of goals? What didn't work? What don't you need anymore? Release it. Release other people's opinions of you. Release your own opinions of yourself. All the negative thoughts that go through our heads on a daily basis. Release that. Release the need to be liked by everybody. Release it all and allow yourself to feel a little bit freer. Next, we have the Star Codes Astro deck. First up, we've got 12th house introspection. We were talking about that. What do you need to look inward at? This reminds me of the chakra points. So we could be looking at maybe taking a look at balancing those as well, but inward looking like the hermit. Take time to evaluate what your wants and needs are. Next, we've got, again, more Jupiter. Love it. Abundance. Expansion, luck. And then we have clarify with the solar calm. Clarify your intentions and your goals. Next, we've got Sagittarius, expand. So again, just confirmation that we were talking about Jupiter and Sagittarius energy here. And your last star codes, we've got solar flare, activate. So activate those goals, activate those intentions, activate, take action. All right, next up we have the Anatomy of a Witch and cleanse. So it could be a great time to do that cleansing, whether it is for your body or your environment or your workspace. So cleansing is great, however you see fit to do so. And then we've got renew. Again, a new cycle. This could also be indicating some self-care too, renewing your self-care goals, what you do for self-care, what you do to kind of take care of yourself to feel renewed. Again, fresh start. So how the snake was coming out of the egg here, it's a brand new start again, fresh start, new cycle. Your last Anatomy of a Witch, we've got Earth. So this could be, again, talking about grounding, getting in touch with the earth in general. So whether it is taking care of your indoor plants, gardening, landscaping, doing more cooking with vegetables, that sort of a thing. Earth energy here. So a lot of grounding is what I'm getting. And again, we could be talking about your root chakra as well. Some of you are into chakra work, so I like to mention that. So getting in touch with grounding is going to be important with this new moon. All right, next up we have the Earthly Souls and Spirits Moon Oracle. First up, we've got prosperity. Focus on prosperity, what you have, what you already are prosperous with, as well as what you want to bring in. Then we have harmony. We talked about this a little bit here too. So harmony, what is out of sync, what is out of harmony, focus on bringing that back together. Then we have create, which we were talking about too. So create your passions, your hobbies, your career. Create fun in your life. And your last one is meditate. This is a great advice card for anybody and everybody. Meditate doesn't always have to be sitting down in a dark room and trying not to have thoughts. Meditating could be doing your hobby and, kind of zoning out. Meditating could be watching your kids play at the park and allowing yourself a moment of free time. Meditating could be a lot of things. It's acknowledging the thoughts that are coming in your head and letting them go by. It's giving yourself time to focus on your breath, the in and the out, and then giving yourself that self-care time. All right, and your last cards here are the Claim Your Birthright Witch Oracle. I asked about what rituals would be great for this time, and we've got focusing on the moon phases, so moon magic. Then we've got authenticity, grimoire. So this could be about focusing on creating your book of shadows, your grimoire, whatever you want to call it, or going through it, creating new sections, focusing on specific parts of it, organizing it. This is also crystals here, so amplification, so crystal work, working with specific kinds of crystals, cleansing your crystals. And then we got kitchen witchery, so having new recipes like we talked about earlier, working with vegetables, trying new recipes out, putting your love into your cooking. And next and last, we've got candle magic. So again, setting intentions, which is great. Love all of this. So we talked a lot. We had a lot of really interesting things come up. Hopefully this resonated with you all. This is going to be a new fun period. This is about having some adventures, taking a little bit of risks, exploring a little bit more of yourself and your environment, but giving yourself structure to do so. Remember to take the action that you want to put forth so that your manifestations become a reality. And then remember, it's all about being grateful. And sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's very, very hard to do, especially in certain circumstances. But if you keep being grateful for just one tiny little thing, you'll start seeing how much more you can be grateful for. I know that there's a lot of people on social media that do like the 23 or 25 or the whole month of November. They do each day they're grateful for something specific. And it's very interesting what adds up. So, day 1, grateful for breathing. Day 2, grateful for family. Day 3, grateful for, getting out of a certain situation or being in a situation or, all of these little things, they add up. And when you're in a not so good situation, you start seeing the positives in things, start seeing the bright side that the other side of it is, if that makes sense. I'm not very eloquent with words sometimes, so do forgive me for that, but hopefully that is making sense. Sometimes when we feel, I'm going to quote Frozen 2, lost in the woods, a little bit of focus on being grateful for the things that are right in front of us and the little things, we then get to see the bigger picture, and then we can start seeing the pathway out of the woods, if that makes sense. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this resonated with you. I hope you're learning some things. And if you are, please let me know in the comments. I appreciate you guys so much. I love you and I like you. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. If you have not done so already, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell on your way out of this video. That way you will never miss an upload from me. And don't forget to check out my channel memberships, Patreon, all of that for those perks, as well as my merch, and as well as the link tree that will provide you all of my social medias, as well as my Etsy shop where I do private readings. Everyone, thank you so much again, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.